Hey
guys.
and welcome to the very first episode of Among Laymen. Yes,
I'm Yi Xiu.
I am Brenda.
So let's just get right into introducing ourselves. So we are arts business management students from Ngee Polytechnic.
Yes,
And
the only course,
the only course.
the
very
only
fun
school
course.
that has this course.
Hell yeah. And we are year two students.
Yes, year two.
So let's intro yourself. Okay, let's introduce yourself. Brenda.
Yes.
What art forms do you dabble in?
Okay. Okay, we're going right into it. I used to be a literature student in secondary school, like full lit, and I used to. I don't used to. I dance right now. I'm a self-taught dancer, hip hop for a while now, and now I'm in Ngee b-boy crew CCA called Mighty Nomads, and we primarily do breaking, which is one of the hip hop elements. So I'm sticking to my roots.
Wow.
Yes. So what do you do?
What did I do? I used to dance. I think I started when I was 5 or 6, and then and then I moved to Chinese dance, and then now I'm doing visual arts. And I think I'm way happier doing visual arts now. In secondary school, I did take higher art for O-level art lah, and then higher art is just like an extra component of O-level art that we have to do. It's like a research paper. So yeah, that's what
Shout
I
out
do.
to all the people that have been traumatized by the research paper.
Your research paper, storyboards. Oh my god, that was a nightmare. But yeah. Oh, and I also do clay stuff. You can follow me at Would You Clay with me.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug on IG. Yeah,
Yes.
that's all. So why did you join ABM, Brenda?
Feels like an interview.
Yeah, so Brenda.
So I joined ABM because like I was kind of in a really dark place, like back in secondary 3. Like it was getting really tough because I was in one of the tougher, like, what do you call a subject combination in my secondary school. So the arts really helped me to like kind of save me in a way, like my sanity was saved. Yes, and I was also in a concert band in secondary school. Very stressed.
Yeah. Were you you were the chairperson, right?
I was the president and the drum major. Yes.
Sheesh.
Shout out to Mr. Wong, my conductor, if you watch this somehow. Yes. Yeah. So I went for like live gigs like back in 2017. My very first one was in 2017. It was LaSalle's Riff. I was there to watch my life, and then there were other bands like Cosmic Owls and Sensorial, which aren't really active now, but shout outs. And then after that, I went for arts festival called Aliwal Urban Arts Festival at Aliwal Arts Center, and like my interest like just peaked from there. Like it started growing more, and I started researching more, and then I EAE'd into this course, like early admissions exercise, and I'm here. Shout out to
Yay.
Mr. Darryl, my course chair, who interviewed me. I think he did. I think.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay.
What about you? How did you end up here?
Okay, I was quite involved. I am quite involved in arts since young, I think, because my mom like does like arts, and like my
You want to shout out your mom one time? Her Instagram or something?
her Instagram account @LS_. She like so really cool and pretty stuff. Anyways, yeah. So then my late grandfather was an art teacher, so he was very into the arts lah. So then I guess
I did not know that. Like today I learned.
Yeah, every day you learn something new. Yeah, he was an art teacher lah, and I guess like since young just grew up with the arts and stuff, kind of. And yeah, the interest has never like, I don't know, faded. It's just always been there. And then when I did my higher art like report, it was a research paper for like, I think it was like a curation for like a gallery or something, like a virtual exhibition, and we had to design like the web page and whatnot. So then it sparked my interest. Yeah, but I'm more of, I would like to do like gallery and exhibition curation kind of stuff. So I think since then I already knew I wanted to do something related to the arts, be it like design or something. So then I also EA it, like same as Brenda, but I wasn't not say super serious about EAing, but it was just like I was gonna give it like a try, like just for fun.
Like if it happens, it happens.
It happens. If it doesn't happen, then I'll just do something else. But yeah, now I'm here. Yeah. I don't have such a deep story like Brenda, but before that, let's introduce
our team. Yes.
So we have us, and then we have Moira. She's
our
doing
audio guy.
Yes, our audio guy.
Yes.
Woo! Woo!
Woo!
And then
behind the camera,
Gia.
Yeah, Gia Preet.
Make some noise, Gia. Woo!
And it picks up on the mic, just like woo.
Yeah, and then we have Gillean, but
she's not here right now.
Yeah,
she's in a meeting.
She's a busy woman lah, but she's in charge of our publicity.
Yes, our social media manager.
Social media manager, yeah. So it's our team. You guys will be able to meet them
soon,
very soon.
Because we're trying to swap our MCs, so we will have some artists that we invite onto the show, and we'll just try to rotate our MCs in a way that we kind of are more interested and more specialized in what we're going to talk about. So you'll meet the rest of the team soon.
Yeah. For now, it's just us, so deal with it.
And also the next episode is just us.
Yeah, sorry.
And a special guest.
Yeah, ooh.
Oh. Sneak peek.
Follow us on amonglaymen to find out more. Okay, so moving on.
How did we all become friends?
Okay, so we were in the same class in year 1. I say were because now year 2, I'm separated from...
Tragically.
Yeah, from the rest. But, okay, how do we meet? I sat beside Brenda. Brenda sat beside me during orientation.
So, you sat beside Brenda, Brenda sat beside you?
Yeah. Brenda chose to sit beside me because I arrived first.
Okay, and Gia was sitting beside me. Yes, and then opposite us, kind of opposite was Gillean. And then Moira was on a whole nother table.
Yeah.
With her bright pink hair.
Yeah.
It was
magical.
It made an impression.
Yeah. It made an impression. Yeah, so that's how we met. What else?
I think from there, me, Gia, and Yi Xiu like just kind of stuck together.
Yeah.
With another friend of mine, Jaden. And then like further into the year, then we got to know Moira and Gillean more. And also there was another friend, but she's not here anymore. She's not in the country anymore.
Come back!
Shout out to Anne. She's in Austria right now.
Yeah, living her life.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so that's how we met. So
yeah. So
it's pretty boring now. Yeah, that's how
it's like very typical like poly like.
How, oh my god, orientation.
Yeah, it's not like we met like we bumped into each other.
Then I dropped my books on the floor.
Yeah. Anyway, so
what inspired this podcast?
So what inspired this podcast was in year 1 we had this module called Introduction to the Arts. It was a music and visual arts like kind of history class like that we did for the first half of the year. So they had this first assignment, which was us doing a podcast. So we could choose between the art form like music or visual arts. So within the different art forms, there were also like 2 topics to choose from. Music was about like K-pop and classical music and how it like affects mental health or something. For visual arts, I'm not too sure.
Visual arts. Okay, so I did visual arts. From what I remember, for what I did, it was between Roman and Greek architecture, and I think it was how it integrates itself into like the modern like society and like
civilization.
Yeah, civilization, like how it helps and whatnot. So, yeah, that was for visual arts.
yeah, so after we got done with the assignment, we didn't really think much of it. And then like until I came across like this podcast called the Good Vibrations Only Podcast. That's by Loop Gums and Stakeout, shout out. Then I asked the group chat, like, I think this was when we still were going through year one, like sem
Mid-year one,
2.
yeah.
Yeah. Then I was like, I asked in the group chat, I was like, do y'all want to start a podcast? Then like, initially everybody rejected the idea. And then, cause like everybody was busy, so like I understand lah. Then after that, after we got done with year one, I like asked again lah, cause I was really catching up and like really enjoying the Good Vibrations Only podcast. So I asked them again. Then they were like, sure, why not? Then like everybody got on board like the podcast lah. Then our ideation started kind of early, like
I would say like
April, yeah, like early April.
Yeah, early April this year.
It's now June.
Now yeah, it's now
It's
June.
now June. Yeah, so we proposed the idea to our course chair, like our course chairperson, Mr. Darryl, hello. And then he brought aboard like 2 other lecturers, Mr. Na and Miss D, and then we worked quite closely with them to like come up with the rest of the ideation and the direction of the podcast. And then today's our first shoot.
Yeah.
Like the ideation went, like the ideation process was pretty long. It was like April all the way up to like last month or something. Yeah, we had like discussions and meetings with teachers, emails back and forth, and then ta-da! Among
We're
Laymen.
here. Yep. That's how it started.
Logo and name brought to you by our lovely Moira. She's shy.
She's shy now. She's covering her face. Okay, so what do you learn in ABM? What's your favorite? Okay, what would you say is your favorite module?
Oh my god.
in ABM?
Okay, I don't really have a favorite module in ABM. Probably my, like the top on the list right now is festival and event management, taught to you by the one and only Mr. Na, the fabulous lecturer that like brought us all this equipment. Yes, and I guess that's like the top of my list right now, because it's kind of what I want to do in the future. Organize events like SIFA and Adiwal Urban Arts Festival. I guess year one modules didn't really like strike me as much or like impress me as much, because it was kind of more like foundational modules, like just to get the ball rolling and for us to understand more about this, like the art scene in Singapore, the art industry in Singapore in general. So yes. What about you? What's your favorite module?
I would say year one I enjoyed the visual arts, the history one. I think because I just like visual arts lah. And it was
Shout out Miss Diana.
Miss Diana.
I don't think she remembers us, but shout out.
I follow her Instagram, so updates. But yeah, it was really interesting learning about how it all started lah, visual arts and stuff. And I also like the design part of the course. She's like visual communications. Because I think they exposed me to like learning like softwares like Photoshop, InDesign, which is pretty useful.
Illustrator.
It's a struggle to use sometimes, but it works out lah. Yeah, that's what
I mean, it has to work out.
it has to work out. It doesn't work out, then I'm gonna fail my assignment. So yeah, those are my favorite modules.
Yes. I don't particularly like visual communications.
Okay.
It's quite draining but it can be quite fun, I guess, sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are the volunteer opportunities that you've had because of
Okay,
EDM.
so I've been to two like different volunteer like events. So the very first one I went was the Artists in Residence, Temenggong Artists in Residence. I remember I met up with Brenda and Yi Xiu to go, and we took the tough way lah to go to the place because it was we had to climb a slope, and then
It's not even a slope, it's a hill,
a
man.
hill, a whole hill, and then we're wearing like formal wear, so it was either like black,
Like
black,
semi-formal,
white, yeah, that
like
kind of
black
thing.
and white.
And then when we went up, then I think Moira was already there or something, or yeah, and she wore a long black sleeve, so
And she had to trek and hike up
yeah,
like that
so I
hill.
didn't feel so bad about myself after that, because I was sweating
Yeah,
a lot.
the smarter ones took like
Yeah,
a car or
and
like a Grab.
They grabbed the car, drove past us, and they were like happily waving at us from inside the car. So there was
It was a struggle lah.
yeah, but okay, the volunteer experience itself was really fun, I think, because it was my very first volunteer experience. I think it started off on like a really good note because the organizers really like took care of us. You know, they gave us like make sure we were okay. They gave us
They
a lot
were
of food.
feeding us.
They were feeding us a
The food was
lot.
bomb actually.
Yeah, it was
the
really
food
good.
was bomb.
Like desserts and stuff. Yeah, it was really fun, and it was nice looking at like the different like artworks there also. Yeah, so that was my first volunteer experience. My second one was at the non-season at Design Orchard. Yep, Moira went. Actually, she brought me to the producer, I think, talk to the producer to volunteer, because back then when I tried signing up, I think they missed my email lah.
Oh no.
So yeah,
Oh, no.
but it all worked out because they needed like help for some of the other days, and yeah, that one was also really interesting because we get to do more of like the very hands-on, like putting up cue poles and like signages,
Front of
directing,
house.
yeah, front of house kind of vibes, and like directing like the guests and like the performers, you know, cleaning up the place and kind of thing. It's really fun, and it was really fun. I also went on like a walk around tour around Orchard, and then I had to guide like the.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
It was so fun, but also like. Moira went for the Robert Chow, yeah, no she didn't. Okay, but he he was there. I think mine wasn't. Mine was a different
Curator.
different curator.
Curator.
Yeah, curator kind. That was really fun. Yeah, and we learned a lot of like behind the scenes stuff. So that was great. How about you?
Actually, I've only been on one, which is the one that Yi Xiu was talking about, the Temenggong Artists in Residence. The rest of my volunteer opportunities are kind of self-sourced. Like old school recital, don't remember which year, but I was also front of house crew. And then recently, I just finished CIFA also as front of house crew. CIFA was really, really fun. Like, they finally brought it back this year, like fully physical.
Oh.
And not fully physical. They had some online elements also, but the physical events were kind of fun. The ones at Pasir Panjang Power Station, the space was really cool. And yeah, I got to make more new friends. Networking.
Connections.
Yeah. So that was really the bulk of my like arts volunteer experiences. Yes. So this podcast, what are we gonna bring to the table, and like what is this podcast?
Okay, so this podcast started out as a passion project by Brenda. I said
Still
earlier.
is a passion
Still is a
project.
passion
If
project.
you want to sponsor us, please hit us up at amonglaymen@gmail.com.
Yes. Okay, so in this podcast we will be inviting like local artists to come over and like just chit chat, have fun, get to
Chit-chat,
know
yes.
more about them,
Feed them food.
make sure they are well taken care of.
Yes.
Yeah, and just talk about the art form they dabble in, and just about their own
Their journey.
Their
How
journey,
they got here. Like basically get to know them more lah as a person, I guess.
Yeah.
And how that helped shape the art that they're doing lah. Yes. And we want this like podcast to kind of be a segue for like the mainstream audience to like have a gateway into the local art scene that's kind of what the name like means among laymen. Like, yeah, like there are these local artists among like people. And then like sounds kind of mysterious, mysterious vibes.
Mysterious vibes.
Yeah. Then, yeah, we just want to know and share more of like the stories of local artists and the people behind the scenes of local arts.
Yes.
Like sound producers, sound engineers,
Directors.
producers, like the cameraman.
And just anyone in that industry.
Yeah, man. Just want to tell their story, and like the people behind the scenes are very important.
Yes.
Just so you know.
Without them, I don't think half the arts events will like.
It takes a whole village. It takes a whole village. Yes.
Wow. That's so deep.
So, okay, what can you look forward to? So, right now, we actually have a special guest already.
Yes.
That we will be talking to next week. So, stay tuned for that. And, okay, this episode probably won't be released like a week after, like the next episode. But
currently,
the next episode, we do have a special guest. Yes. It's very exciting stuff. Very exciting stuff. Yes.
And also, you can look at our YouTube channel. We'll be uploading vlogs. Just
I
for fun
forgot
lah,
about
actually.
that. Yeah, like we've been like
Vlogging.
mini vlogging.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see like POVs from all of us, and it will be fun.
Yeah, it's just watch funsies.
Just watch out.
Just watch. Yeah,
I
just
think
watch.
that's a threat, but
No, it's not. No, I'm not threatening anyone.
it's kind of disgusting.
Just watch. But yeah, it's just a fun little thing that we just want to do, because I don't know, it'll be interesting to see the behind the scenes.
Yeah, I think it would be quite fun.
Although we kind of forgot to film some parts because we're still new to this, but
I never realized how awkward it was to like vlog alone.
Actually,
Like when
yeah.
I'm vlogging with my friends, it's still okay, because like have someone to share like the embarrassment with me. But when you're vlogging alone, right, it's like when you walk by people, it's very malu lah,
Yeah.
very pricey.
I only filmed like when I was in my room and like a 5-second clip of me on the bus, just looking around and I'm like, okay, that's it.
Yeah. So stay tuned for that. If you have any like recommendations or requests of who we should bring on board, you can let us know in our Instagram or in our YouTube comments. No promises, but we will try. Because we're not paying them.
We try lah.
We don't have the budget to pay them, but we have the budget to feed them lah. So
Yeah.
the only thing they get is food and a semi-good conversation.
Yeah.
Yes. So, I think we're gonna wrap up this episode. More or less, this is the origin of our very first episode, and just what you can look forward to. So, you can follow us on our socials. By our socials, I mean our Instagram.
Yeah.
It's at amonglaymen. Put the tag here, at amonglaymen. So, yeah.
Subscribe.
Yes, we will try to put our podcast on Spotify as well.
Yeah.
So, do look out for that. We will try to troubleshoot and make sure everything is up and running as soon as possible on
Yes.
Spotify, because Spotify, it's kind of hard to platform your podcast on.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. Like, look forward to the rest of the episodes. It's gonna be fun with the guests. It's gonna be very chill. It's gonna be just vibes, man.
Just vibes.
Hashtag just vibes.
Hashtag just vibes. Hashtag
Yes.
vibing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
that's all.
yeah.
Okay.
Peace out.
Peace out. I'm
Peace
Yi
out.
Xiu.
I'm Brenda, and we are your MC.
Peace. No, we're done. We're done.
Yes. Peace out. Thank you for watching.
Follow us. Thank you. Annyeong.